What's up? What up, everybody? Hello and welcome back.
Welcome, everyone.
Or welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're old ass, welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to see you guys again. If you are new to the Sweet Cherry,
We can't speak today, guys.
what is that? If you're new to the Sweet Cherry podcast, then welcome.
We are your hosts, Miss Cherry.
Yes, and this is Miss Fox. We're gonna talk very slow today to make sure everything goes perfectly. Anyway, guys, you can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and there are a few others. Just search around. If you're on YouTube, you can go into the description and click on there's a bunch of links in the description to every place that we are in social media world. Just click around, subscribe everywhere, like everything, share everything. And if you're on Spotify, you can also support us and subscribe to our Spotify channel. You can go ahead and do that as well, just for a little extra support. Everything that you do give us goes back into the show, into the podcast, helps us bring guests, helps us deliver more topics and research and things like that. So, we just love it. And of course, make sure you like, and share.
Yes. Subscribe. I can't do that too many times. subscribe.
You get the idea, right, guys?
Working on my AI thing.
Oh, yeah. Like. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Oh my God. You know what? Though, I felt like a compulsion to kind of keep saying that.
Yeah.
Just now. Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
I think you'd be pretty good at
that. Click like. I want to keep saying it. It's causing a compulsion. So, talking to my little porn over here, and per usual, I'm like, we get into these conversations sometimes, and I'm like, stop it! We're not talking about this anymore. We're gonna save this for the show. We're saving this for the podcast. We're not talking about this. This is a good topic. This is good. So, so we were talking about friends and relationships and leaving, your friends around your partner and things like that. Like if you have, as a girl, if you have a cute girl, a cute friend that if you were not with your partner, that would be your partner's type,
or somebody they might
that they might talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you feel comfortable leaving them alone in a room with them, or just chilling and whatever,
right?
And vice versa for a guy, if your girl is cute and one of your boys that's his type of girl, or do you feel comfortable leaving them together, or things of the sort?
Yeah.
So I have a mixed feeling about it, because I feel like if you're that insecure in your relationship, then obviously that's not the relationship you should be in. Right. Or that's not the person you should be with. If you're that, not that because it's not insecure, but it is in a sense, it is insecure, because you're thinking, because it might not happen just because the person you know that your partner would be attracted to them if they weren't with you. But that
Okay.
doesn't necessarily mean that they would do something
Something
like that, you
if
know?
you wasn't around.
Right.
Yeah.
So, or, you know, not trusting your friend, because if you have a good looking guy and you know that your friend would be interested in him if you weren't with him. Right.
Mhm.
So it doesn't mean necessarily that she would do anything either. You
Right.
know, like
it just means that you know they would be attracted
Attract
to
to
each
each other.
They're probably attracted to each other.
right,
Like they find each other attractive.
right, right.
You know, right.
But doesn't mean nothing would happen.
Right.
And if you're secure in yourself, in your relationship, and in your friendship, then you probably wouldn't have an issue with
Right.
them being around each other, or
Yeah.
you know, or like you let them around each other, obviously, because if you hang out together and stuff.
Right.
But it's not like you're gonna go to the bathroom and be like listening extra hard with your antennas up, like
With the
what are they
toilet-
talking
with
about?
The toilet roll thing on the
Yeah. Like with a glass, listening on the wall like that. Like, what are they saying? Are they trying to? Is he flirting with her right now? Is she bending
going
over
on?
in front of him? Like,
right.
you know, like stupid. I mean, it's that stupid stuff, because I'm sure it does happen.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure.
know.
I'm sure it has happened in life.
Somebody's
To
life.
many.
Yeah. So, so like I get it, and but then I also feel like it doesn't matter, because if your partner is going to cheat, they're going to find a way to do it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and
But
if
that's ballsy.
and if your girlfriend wants to mess around with him, you know, if they're attracted to each other, they'll find a way to
right,
to
of
do
course,
it. You know,
of course.
And obviously, of course, you try to prevent it from ever happening,
Right.
You know, but at the same time, you don't want to be like overly like, why are you hanging out with her, talking to her so much? Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, you know, like, because, like, for example, let's say like you went upstairs to your room to get something, and then they're downstairs and they're talking, and they're laughing and joking around, you know, like just funny conversation, because they also click, like, you know, they get along well also. So like they're laughing or whatever, and then like for you to come downstairs and like pretend that it's all fine, and then once they're separated, you're like, oh,
what the hell?
What was all that about?
What was so fucking funny?
Exactly. And then it like causes a problem, and there may not be anything, and then you just never know,
right?
You know, but then you don't want to seem like a psycho, like jealous girlfriend,
because it's probably just nothing,
right? And then it could cause issues in your relationship,
Yeah.
right? Because most of the time, I think the girl will say something to the guy rather than the friend. So,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I think so. Which is stupid also, because it takes two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you're gonna be, it's like the girl would fight with the guy, even dump the guy, but still be friends with the girl.
It is stupid, though.
It is.
When you really think about it.
It is. I mean, if nothing actually ever happened between them, then it would. I think it would be something like that.
Yeah,
more like that. Like, why are you always laughing with her?
Right, exactly.
Like, instead of saying like, yo, why you gotta be dressed like that in front of my man? Or something like that.
That's
you
true.
know?
Yeah.
Like, but then at the same time, if the girl just naturally always dresses like that, it's like, what are you gonna say? Like, that's how she dresses.
You don't wanna like, you don't want to seem like you're insecure either. So you don't want to say nothing to the girl.
Right.
Because you don't want her to know that that's how you're feeling.
Right.
So, you know, when all is said and done, you're going to come at him because he's your husband, your man, whatever, you know, and he's the one that's there, and he's the one that's involved. So he's going to have to hear it.
It's your fault. That's it. It doesn't matter.
It's just all your fault. because you don't want to come at her, because then you're going to look insecure. You're going to feel insecure depending on how she responds back to you. You know,
right?
So then you're gonna feel stupid.
Yeah,
you don't want that, so you rather just go at him. Makes sense.
Yeah, you know. And then like for a guy,
unless it's like some blatant, like real disrespectful shit, then she's gonna. It's like she might be dragged out the house.
Yeah,
that's a different story.
Yeah,
right.
But and then like for the guy, like how does the guy? I think the guy also is automatically gonna address his girl.
Yes, he will.
Like,
absolutely.
He won't really address the boy, you know, like his friend.
Unless it's some real disrespectful shit. No, he will not address his friend. He's gonna get, if anything, he's gonna get
even more mad at his girl.
Yes, he is. Than if it were the other way around.
Yeah.
And it was the female, you know, getting, yes, absolutely. He'll be, forget it.
Yeah.
Live it.
I think so. I think so too.
Because it's like, how can you disrespect me like that? That's my boy. What do you think he's gonna think of you?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be seen as this type of woman, and you represent me. You know, you walk by my side. We represent each other. You can't be making me look like a fool.
Yeah.
You know, it's the whole thing, you know, and it makes sense. They're right.
Of course.
Because it works for both us
ways.
too.
Yeah. Like
that's what they need to understand.
You can't be disrespecting and making me look stupid.
Right.
You know, because.
Exactly.
You know.
No.
But I think you obviously you can't like just separate your friends and your partner.
No,
you know,
no, definitely not.
I mean, if you're in a real relationship,
yeah.
If you're in like a, you know,
just if those are your real friends and like not just some girl you're chilling with, you know, here and there. But if those are your friends and that's your man, you really can't
separate them. Like eventually they're gonna hang out, or you want your girlfriend there to hang out,
to be around you for whatever occasion, whatever event, whatever's going on.
Right, and I think the only thing you could do is just keep your eye kind of open and
to make sure,
because like at the end of the day, you know your friend, you know how they act, you know how they dress, you know the way that they are,
you know your friend,
you know right them. And you know your partner,
exactly.
So you know when they're trying to be extra cute, you know when they're trying to be a little bit extra that they're normally not, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know them. You know them well enough, so you know their
so
things.
If you know that they're acting a little more sassy or trying to be a little extra cute or something like that, then you know you could just be like all that for, and you know, make it I mean, for me, I would kind of just say it jokingly, like, oh, look how cute you look for Jessica. You so happy she's coming over today. Like I would say something like that, you know, like I'm just making
sarcastic, being like sarcastic about it. Right? Yeah.
Like I would definitely do something like that. You never wore that for me.
Right.
You know, like
stupid shit.
Just so they could know, like
I'm on to you.
Yeah. I would probably do something like that.
Right.
And then like if it was a girl, depending how she's acting, or you know, if she came dressed like totally different, extra cute and this that, I would be like, why you dressed like that? It's only us hanging out. What are you doing?
Like where did you think he was going?
Yeah, like who are you looking cute for? Me?
Yeah, right.
You know, like
that.
You know, I will probably like say things like
or
that.
If he would just decided to be like extra spunky because your friend is coming over.
Right? Yeah. And
then it's like,
what are you doing?
Right, exactly. Who invited you?
Go back to the room.
Back upstairs.
Go change your clothes right now. Take those gray sweatpants off right now.
This instant.
Yeah, that's probably how I would approach something like that. Unless I would just throw like little things,
little hints here and
like
there.
I'm watching, like I'm paying attention,
like I'm on to you and you, like I'm on to you both,
like I'm watching you.
Yeah,
And it could be nothing. I could be wrong.
Right,
you know
right. But still, I got you.
Just, but I would say, like, you do have to, always be careful, because you never know.
Yeah.
What could happen, or who. It could be like your best friend in the world, and you would never thought that they would do something
like that. Yeah.
And then bam, all of a sudden,
and it could happen.
Like, it could happen.
And I'm sure it's happened to many out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. But I don't
you just always, it's not about you. It's not always, it's just,
I think once you're in a relationship, you always kind of just have to have your guard up.
Yeah, you just never have to. You can't just be like
a little bit,
like rainbows and butterflies and just let yourself go completely. Yes, you want to let yourself go and fall in love and all that and experience all of the joys of it, but you got to be smart too, and lessons in life will teach you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So when your head was in the clouds, the lessons have brought you back down to earth, and you realize what shit really is.
Exactly. Because when I was young, when I was younger, I was super trustful and naive and like,
I think everyone though, most people,
some there are some people that would be like, no, you stupid.
Yeah, I guess I was, because I was also very trusting too.
Yeah, and I
it's different when you get older.
As you get older,
you experience so much shit,
and life gives you a kick in the ass
and some punches, and
then you start to learn like
uppercuts.
Yeah,
types of crap.
Wait a minute. Let me use my brain.
This is what life is really like.
What was I thinking before?
It's true. Life will definitely humble your ass. Definitely teach you a lot of lessons, for sure.
Yeah.
So my personal opinion on it, I feel similar to you. Like, you don't you want to be able to trust the person you're with and trust your friends and make sure, and just know that they wouldn't really do something like that,
right.
And if it would suck to be friends with somebody that you would, to really feel like that they would do something like that to you,
right?
And or your partner, you know what I mean, like, also to do something like that to you. So, but I feel like it's not necessarily so much about insecurity, but you have to have your guard up, like we just said. Like, you have to we live in a crazy world, like, and we just can't, you can't be so trusting of everybody. Even family members will do some shit to you.
Of course, yeah.
It happens all the time. It's happening to somebody somewhere right now. Like, I feel like you can't really trust 100%,
anybody,
anyone. And it's sad.
It's not even just even having just your friend and around your partner. It could be your brother, your sister.
Yeah. A lot of times it's your own family members that you can't really, that's just life. Life will show you that. Yeah. You will see that, you can't really trust anyone 100% in life. So I would also be, a little bit skeptical too. I wouldn't want to leave my
how
friend.
Many relationships, like if you had a brother or a sister, like did your brother or sister ever hook up secretly with one of your boyfriends or girlfriends? Like, how often that has happened,
right?
Because I could imagine it happening. That's like crazy often.
And that's something like, it's like, that's your sibling, so it's not like you could just cut them off forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can. Some people, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will.
Like, how many people has that happened to? Like, their brother or sister secretly.
That's horrible. And then you can't. There are some people that really do cut you off for like life. Even if you are siblings, and family, but I think
it's harder than
like, what if you were really close to them and you had that crazy bond with them, and then they did something so horrible like that, like,
right?
What the hell do you do? And I've heard of stories like that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody like that.
I know somebody that happened to, and that's
I don't even know people that have brothers and sisters. I'm lying. You have brothers and sisters. All my friends have brothers and sisters. I'm the only one that does not have any siblings out of all my friends.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I do know somebody that happened to though. What happened with her sister? Yeah.
Oh, she messed around
with her man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was. I was like.
So did she cut off her sister, or she's still like?
No, like they didn't really have that great of a relationship.
So
they were off and on. They had, there were times where they would be good, and there were times where they would just kind of, they weren't always so close.
The sisters.
The sisters.
Oh, okay.
But the guy was still around for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. Just they're not together anymore.
Trying to get with both of them secretly.
Girl, the story behind that one.
Like I could not even
crazy. I like
fathom.
The excuse was even crazier. Like the excuse was even like, it was, the whole situation is bizarre, because just how could you even do that to your sibling? Period. But then for you to make up some crazy ass reason as to what was happening is even,
but not even only
excuses
that,
I think are just hilarious.
And then you stay with the person for a long time, and your sibling is still around, obviously. So y'all never staying in the room together.
No, hell no. And that's enough for you. And it's, I mean,
how do you live in peace like that? Like,
you can't.
You constantly got to be like, where's Edward? Is he next to Lucy?
Who calls their man Edward?
I'm just saying these.
Where's Eddie? Where's Ed? Where the hell is Ed?
¿A dónde está Eddie?
¿A dónde se metió Eddie? ¿Dónde está metido?
¡Con Lucy otra vez! They're not allowed to be together!
This is established.
Yeah, like I could not even trust it. Like,
no,
after, like,
no, you just can't. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing to happen.
I can probably almost guarantee that it happened again. Like, it wasn't a one time.
Like, if it did happen, yeah, I think so.
Because
it already happened that one time.
Yeah,
but the excuses people give when they get caught are fucking something else. But yeah, I just think that's,
I think you can trust, I think you can trust to a limit, but always be aware.
Yeah.
Because
there are some friends that are like your siblings. They are like you love them like your sister or brother, and right. and they feel the same way about you. So, you have that bond, and they don't necessarily have to be blood. And even with blood relatives, you see what could possibly happen. Yeah. So it's like, sometimes a friend could be even better than having, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could happen to any, could happen in any which way. But that's a horrible thing to happen to anyone, though.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the pain, the feeling, everything I just can't imagine that.
Yeah. So I don't know. You just got to be aware. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah. If you see something, say something. For
sure.
That's like an MTA commercial. Right? The little lady comes on loudspeaker.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think, like, you
have to be aware. You have to just look out and make sure, and just pay attention. That's all. I mean, it also depends on the situation. Like, I'm not leaving. Like, if it's a situation where I have to leave, like, my man overnight with my best friend.
Oh, first of all, there's not even a situation where that would happen. Should happen. There's no necessary reason why your guy should be spending the night with your best friend.
Just a hard
ever. No. Like, no. What for? What?
Right.
Why are you?
I don't know. There was a hurricane.
First of all,
somehow,
why aren't you there to begin with?
Because during hurricanes, a lot of good stuff happens. And blackouts.
Where are you? Why were they together and you're not there?
Exactly. Somehow, yeah. So certain situations are definitely a hard no. But
I just can't even pick up a situation.
I don't know.
I can't even make a situation up.
I don't know either. I'm just thinking, like, outside the box.
Okay.
Like, maybe there's some wild shit that happened, and somehow,
like, hey, I saw Stacy at the party, and she took me back to her dorm because I was so drunk and passed out.
No, hell no. Yeah. So situations like that, no.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're all out together and like let's say you and your partner live together, you go out and your sister comes and spends the night at your house, that's different. But she's not going to be with you. She's going to be she's in your house in a different room,
on a couch or
whatever,
somewhere else. If you have other bedrooms, yeah,
right. That's different.
Yeah, right.
But what if he wakes up in the middle of the night and goes into your sister's room?
Damn. Because I be sleeping like mouth open, knock the hell out.
Me too. Me too.
Damn.
I sleep like a rock.
Me jodí.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, me jodí.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I read a book that was this situation.
Really?
Right? Yeah. So I don't remember the name of it, but I remember the story. So it was a younger sister and older sisters. There was this guy working on a house next door, right? Mm-hmm. And the younger sister met the guy and she was like crazy about him, but he was older than her. And she they started becoming friends, but she was liking him. Mm-hmm. But he was closer to her sister's age.
Okay.
And then the sister ended up meeting him and she ended up liking him.
Oh,
him.
boy.
But she didn't know that her younger sister liked him. Or, she thought eventually she does know that she likes him, but she thinks it's just like a little crush type thing. Mm-hmm. But because they're closer in age, they start dating or whatever. But the guy does like the younger sister.
Oh.
But he feels like she's too young. So, nothing is going to happen. So he ends up, he basically ends up dating the sister so he can continue staying in the younger sister's life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then as she gets older and stuff like that, they do end up getting together.
Oh, wow.
But he marries this other sister.
Oh my
God. Yeah.
What the hell?
He marries the other sister and this, that, and the other. And they break away. Nothing had ever happened between them though. But they always knew that there was he knew that she cared about him because as she got a little bit older, even though he was with the sister, she told him how she felt and stuff like that. So then but nothing ever ended up happening between them until when she was much older.
Okay.
And I mean, not much older, but till she was old enough.
Okay.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, and they end up being together.
That's wild. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Oh man.
And then I'm like,
the things that could happen.
I know, right? That was a good read though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was a good read. And then you kind of feel bad. You feel bad for end up feeling bad for both sisters.
Yeah.
And you even kind of feel bad for the guy because he was doing dumb stuff to stay in the younger sister's life.
Nah, he's a whore.
Yeah. But he was always in love with the younger sister.
Yeah.
Even he was never really in love with the older one.
So he just did nah.
So he was trying just to stay in the younger sister's life because he felt like if he wasn't with her, there was no reason for him to ever be in her life again.
When I'm 30, she'll be 20. She won't be 10 anymore.
No,
she'll love me.
It wasn't that.
And it'll work out with us.
It wasn't that young. It wasn't that young. Imagine. She was 17 or something like that.
And he was in his 20s.
Yeah. Okay. And the sister was in her 20s and stuff like that. So he always just felt like she's too young.
Right. Right. Gotcha.
Even though if you're 23 and 17, that's not terrible age difference. Right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 6 years.
It's 6 years. 6 years is not a lot, but 17 and 23.
It sounds weird. It sounds bad.
Yeah.
Right. So even though the year difference isn't.
Yeah, you gotta at least be 21. You're still a teenager, dude.
Right. So right. If he was like 21 and she's 17, that's closer.
That's better.
And
it's
it sounds, it's a little better.
It's a little better.
But like 20. I'm just making up these ages because I don't even know how old exactly he was. I know she was 17, and the sister was like 23.
Oh, okay.
So, or 22 or something like that. So
closer to his
age. Oh, okay. So, okay. And then like he was like saying like after he was finished working in the house next to their house, because that's how she met him.
Okay.
Only because he was in the construction. He was doing the
construction.
Yeah.
Store?
So after the construction finished, there was no reason for him to ever be around again.
Oh shit.
Because what is this 20-something-year-old guy coming to hang and talk to a 17-year-old girl?
Pedophile.
I ain't saying none of that because when I was 17, I was trying to talk to 20-something-year-old guys.
I mean, of course.
And if they were talking to me,
like, oh my God, he's older. He's in his 20s. Of course. Then you had that feeling like, I could like a 20-something-year-old.
So even in the book.
But nowadays, now that we're mothers, when we think of a 17 and a 23-year-old, pedophile.
Yeah.
You better stay away from that girl.
Yeah. But
we were those girls at one point. Trying to date the older guys.
For sure.
That was the cool thing to do. But I never dated anyone. When I was in like a teenager, I never dated anyone that was like older than me.
Older than you? No?
No, they were all my age, around the same age.
No, they were all older than me.
Really?
Yeah, most of them were all older than me. Okay. Very few I dated younger.
I used to get hit on by older guys, but I never dated anybody older.
No, all the guys I used to like,
I was too shy.
They were always older than me.
Okay.
Whether it was like 3 years or 2 years or whatever.
Okay.
5 years.
10.
Not that old. Maybe.
Actually, I'm lying though, but
wait, I am lying. No,
I'm lying too.
I was about I dated somebody that was about
my first husband
10 years old.
I was like 18, 19. He was like fucking 30. You notice how I just block him out like he doesn't exist? Yeah, totally just block him out.
Yeah,
forget about him.
I dated. Yeah, he was about 9 years. Yeah, 7 to 9.
Okay.
Years older than me. But yeah, and my husband, he's 7 years older than me.
Oh, he is. That's right.
So.
Oh, 7. Okay, that's not that bad. It's not bad.
It doesn't sound bad like now,
right? It sounds bad when you're.
But if I was 15.
Young. Really young,
and 7 years older than me.
Yeah, it's just like what do you want with a 15-year-old? Exactly. Like, you dirty mother effer,
Yeah, it doesn't sound
like what's wrong with
good
you?
At all.
Right.
But
exactly.
Now, that we're older is like,
it's acceptable.
What's wrong with
Although
that?
back in our parents' time, that shit was always acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, forget it. My mom was like 17 when she already was like a grown woman.
My aunt
with a older
she got
man.
married at 18 and her husband I think was probably, about 10 years older.
Yeah, that's how it was back in the day. At least in our culture.
And it wasn't like nothing crazy. Like
it wasn't frowned upon. That was like the thing to do. And if you were 18 and you didn't have a what do they call them, the suitor or whatever, like a guy.
Oh yeah.
Something was wrong because they all got married young.
Well, yeah,
they all got to get. They already I'm talking about like back in the day. Like
my mom got married in her 20s.
Even my mom's era.
Oh
yeah, my mom's age too. Like she already had like her spouse already picked, like he was already like picked out and everything for her.
Oh no, my mom's family did not.
They weren't like that.
No.
Okay.
It would they went out, they dated whoever they
Oh no, no, it was like were they in Puerto Rico or were they out here? No. It wasn't arranged, but kind of. Not arranged where I know what you're talking about. Right. But it wasn't, but not really an arranged thing. But if you didn't have a man by like a certain age, like that,
they
was
were
like a
you're
thing.
gonna go with.
Right, like
Fetal.
Oh, this one's been asking about you from, 2 towns down that way. Yeah. Like that shit is really real. Like that really exists.
My mom and her sisters and brothers, they were raised
out here. It's why.
But I don't think I don't think for my grandmother the same either. Really? She married very young, like 17.
Yeah, they married really, and then they have a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah. 18 years old, I believe.
7+ kids.
Yeah.
Did she have a bunch too?
She had 6, but one had died. At baby, like right. Then you have later, those incidences. And then she had
because I've heard
that she has 5.
Yeah,
so now she has 5.
Right.
But my grandmother, she's one of 17.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
because they didn't have nothing to do back in the day.
Yeah, my great grandmother was.
They just
partying like a rock star.
But they had nothing to do. There wasn't really like much TV. There was nothing to do. Yeah. So they was just getting it on.
Yeah. So, but even my grandmother, and she was raised in Puerto Rico and stuff, and it wasn't like really arranged like that.
It wasn't arranged, but it was like like this guy from this town over here likes you, and like virgin and all. It was kind of like that for my mom back then. Raised out there, like where maybe it was just because of her family. They were very extremely strict, so could have been that also. But it was definitely not arranged marriages or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't mean arranged, but
like, it sounds like it kind of sounds
when you're
like
18, you're gonna marry John.
Yeah.
End of story.
John Smith from Aguadilla.
Yeah, like it's just it wasn't like that, but it was
2
like
towns down.
Yeah, trying to push your kids together with someone else.
Like
that
if you
were
like 18, 19 and you didn't have at least somebody that you were dating, like they would be questioning what was going on, what's wrong with her or him,
Yeah.
So, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But yeah, you just gotta again be careful with who you
we totally up to I don't even know how we got there. Going back to the original topic.
Yeah.
I think I
gotta be careful who you I mean, bring them around and this, that, and the other, but just always be aware.
You just have to be aware. Yeah. Just have to be careful. You never know. You can't trust
anybody. With caution.
Say that again?
Trust with caution.
I like that. Trust with caution. That's a good one. That should be like a meme. Go get a meme. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, yeah. That is it for this episode, guys. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Do you have any situations where you was a little too trusty or know somebody? Let us know. We want to know the scoop. What happened?
How did that end up?
Yeah, we want to know it all.
Or topic ideas, let us know, guys.
Yeah, you can let us know any topic ideas in the comments. And again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out our description in the YouTube. Support us on Spotify, Apple, and Google, and anywhere else. Just search Sweet Cherry Podcast and you'll find us. And we will catch you guys up on the next one.
Later.